Oh, I think we got action. Let me see. Let me tell Bree. Oh, it said I had one viewer, and now it says nothing. Yay! Okay, good. I need some lips on. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, so I was like, forget it. I don't need to throw it on yet. I feel like I'm extra plain. Good enough. Okay. As long as it's working, I'm good. I didn't even put like a caption or nothing this time because I didn't know if it was gonna go through. So, let me pull my notes. Shoot. It's been a freaking task to get this going. So, a heads up to everyone. Make sure when you go live on Facebook and you have music or anything in the background. I'm guessing last night it was Doc McStuffins. I didn't even know there was music playing in the background. Make sure you put that you don't own the rights. Hey, love. I'm trying to get my notes to pull up so I can start. I think this is it. Girl, this hair is a hot mess. And what's crazy is you see, like, this is the lighter pieces curl, but like, look at this. My dark doesn't. It just don't curl anymore. It's crazy. It just lays straight. So this is my, let me throw some gel in it real quick and run my day. I'm jealous of your hair. Every time I watch a video, I'm like, dude. Okay. Guess I'll go ahead and start since, let me prop this up. Since it's been crazy and now it's already 9:30. So, okay. So basically I'm covering, like, my hair is so thick. Like, I really wish my hair was thin. People tell me I don't, but oh my goodness, it's so bad. Like, she has to, like, when she thins my hair, it's almost like she takes a whole head of hair out of my hair. It's crazy. So anyways, so we're covering, like, how to be a better leader. So I have some tips on how to be a better leader. So some of my notes, I'm just gonna run through them and then talk a little bit. I want to share a little bit of my story with this. So it says, there's a well-known quote that says, a person who feels appreciated will always do more than what's expected. And that's so true. But the opposite is also true. So when your team or colleagues feel like they're not appreciated, you start to lose their respect, and your authority and influence quickly start to go. So it's so true. You got to think about it. Like, say me and Bree and Maria are all super close, and, Bree's our leader, and Bree does something that makes us not, be able to trust her anymore, or, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an example, like, maybe Bree cusses us out or something, and, you don't really come back from some stuff, so we might, like, be friends and trust her again, but it's always going to be at the back of your mind. So really, when you're doing things and you're running a team, you have to be super careful. Let me see, I'm all out of breath. I was trying to, like, hurry up and get this done, now that it was, So one way to build your team up is through acknowledgement, and this is huge. It's a positive way to interact with them, and it can boost their respect for you and each other. Acknowledge their hard work and the results they're getting. Reinforce the actions you want to see most often. So with that, I'll stop right there in that paragraph, but every month in my team, just in my team group, can y'all hear them yelling in the background? I swear. But every month in my team group, I try to do, like, a first of the month, or at least like a halftime, like middle of the month. We call it a halftime report. And I just shout people out for signing loyal customers or signing distributors or becoming Fast Start qualified or whatever. Just little shout outs, like the thing is, these people do it for themselves. Like, that's their job to get their own customers and get their own whatever. But just like if I was working a job and I came to work, and yeah, I come to work every day to do my job to get paid, but if my manager surprises me with donuts or flowers or something, like, that acknowledgement makes me feel even better about coming to work, and then my mood's better, and then my performance is going to be better at work. So that's the biggest thing about that. Reinforce the actions you want to see most often, like I just said. So when I shout someone out, say somebody reached out to their dream team list of, however many people, I'm shouting them out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl just reached out to 5 people in her dream team list, and it's going amazing. I'm so proud of her. That's going to make her want to do another 5 people. That's going to make her realize, like, oh, okay, I guess I am, like, this what I'm doing now is what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm going to keep doing that. When you see your baby's doing something right, acknowledge it. Do it daily. Be sincere and specific instead of blurting out an automatic good job. As a leader, you need to put some thought into your appreciation for the actions by the team member. So that's huge, not just, like, I could just go in my team group every day and say, you all are doing great. Have a great day. Nobody's going to feel special. Nobody's going to feel like I'm talking straight to them. Whereas if I message a few of them, or if I shout them out in the group, that's going to go a long way. Like when I'm specifically talking to someone and shouting them out for doing something. When you show appreciation for your team members' effort, it motivates and inspires them to do their best work. And that's like I was saying, like I said, maybe I came in and my manager bought me some donuts or something, and it just made me super excited and made me be in a good mood to work. So, like, if you can encourage people every day, not the same people every day, it's crazy. I have a team of hundreds. I couldn't possibly message everyone every morning and be like, hey girl, you're doing amazing, wake up, have a great day. But, there's certain times that, every day I try to at least acknowledge 5 to 10 people, whether I'm messaging them or shouting them out or, whatever. Every day, that's what's really, really important on my to-do list. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do these tips first, or last night I did the tips first, and then I shared my story, but I think I'm going to switch it up. So, a little bit about my story. I don't know what all I said last night, but just long story short, I started my business in 2014. I had no idea what I was doing. I kind of just jumped in head first and kind of ran with it. So it took me it was like a year. I had people on my team, but it was like a year before it really exploded and I had tons of people. So at that point, I had promoted to what we call Diamond and Double. It's, it's the first 2, we have different promotion ranks, but it's like the first 2 that really, really, like, are leadership positions. So when I was thrown, like when I hit those ranks, it just happened so fast. I felt like I was just thrown into a position, like a manager position or something, and I didn't know what I was doing or where to go from there. So, and I don't make that as an excuse, but I've always, like, worked at fast food restaurant when I had Dalen. I worked there for 4 years until I had Dalen, and then I left. Then I worked at a pediatrician office. I was a receptionist. So these 2, like, there's customer service, but that's about it. Like, I don't manage people or do anything like that. And then I went to school to be a medical assistant, and I was a medical assistant. So all these positions, I never really told anybody what to do. I never really led a team. I never really, you know what I mean? Like, I never really had an experience of guiding people or nothing like that. So I just felt like, I had no idea what to do. I didn't know how to you can't motivate people, but I had no idea how to inspire people, and I had no idea how to, talk to people and acknowledge them and appreciate them, etc. So I got a little carried away when I first started, and I guess it was when I went diamond, and I kind of like, I had that, what's it called? Situational leadership, I guess, where, I don't know if that's the right term, but whereas, like, you're a like a manager is, you have to listen to them because they're your manager, not because, you know, you've earned their respect or anything like that. People were following me and listening to me, and I was their leader because of me being diamond and double. I didn't necessarily prove myself to them to be that, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. But anyways, so when I went diamond and double, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to spoil some people. Let me do this leader's doing some contests. Let me do some contests. So I started announcing all these contests, and it was like, it wasn't crazy at first, but it was like, go to get in the 400 club, just earn this and you'll get a planner. Or, I started giving out these things, and I thought, like, it just blew up. It got crazy. We were signing so many people were earning stuff. So I went a little too far, and I went extra, and I was like, promote to this rank and you'll get $100 per, every person that does this. Okay, that was mistake number one, first of all, because that's just crazy to, I had like 15 rubies pop out, and I had to promise all these people like all this money, and I had bills and life, and I don't know, I over promised, I guess, and I did all these prizes and couldn't keep my word. And I'll just be honest, I know that everything that I've been through is my testimony to share with other people, so that these people don't have to learn from my mistake, or they can learn from my mistakes, but they don't have to go through it and learn from those mistakes. So anyways, I overpromised, and I promised all these people all this stuff and all these gifts, and I couldn't deliver on it, not right away. So long story short, there was so much drama. I don't even, and it wasn't necessarily because of that, but it was because of some, bad people on my team, and they kind of took it out on me. I really don't know how to explain all that, but I just wanted to share that I've been through it, and I've lost some of my team's respect. I've screwed up. I've experienced bad leadership, and I've also seen it myself. I experienced bad leadership. Like, I don't have an upline because I cut myself completely off of that person just because of the way that she does. So I feel like, I did all that to learn from it, and to know that, one, don't overpromise. Don't promise all these gifts and promotions and stuff like that if I can't deliver. So that's just number one. But number two, if I do promise something, or I do a contest, to make sure that I'm following through with that. Or, same thing goes as if you sign a distributor, or if you sign a team member on your team, or a customer or whatever, make sure you're checking on them, because if you're telling them, if they sign with you, they're going to make a few $100s as long as you're helping them, and you're going to be here every step of the way, and you're going to do this and do that, and then when they sign, they can't find you. You just go ghost, and nobody knows what's going on. So, you over-promise on that, and you're not delivering. You're not doing what you said. So your word is super, super important. I never realized that until I went through all of this. These people, I might have had that situational leadership. I was thrown into that, and I wanted to be this leader, but I didn't want to do the work to keep them, or earn their respect, or, whatever. So that was really, really, really hard to learn from. And I just want to say, with all of that, I don't remember where I went with this last night, but I just really wanted to share my story and just tell people, or tell you all, like, nobody's perfect, and you're always going to have like a learning phase, and you're going to screw up, and it's okay, and you can make it up. Now some of those people I'm fine with. We have a relationship, and we've built it back, and I had to work super hard to earn their trust again, and build that back. And then other people went their separate way, and that's totally fine too. And I'm building it back, and I have tons of team members that love me and trust me. And if I said let's do this, people are going to run with me. So that's the biggest thing. Make sure you're building individual relationships. If you have people that are way under you, way down in your levels, or whatever you call it in your company, reach out to them. If they're running and they want this, run with them. So that's one thing that I've definitely done and learned from. I run with anybody. I don't care if, maybe you're so far down I don't even get paid on you, but maybe 1% or something. I'm still going to run with you. I build relationships with my people. That's super big. I don't care if you learn their kids' names or, where they work at or something. Just learn about them and just build that relationship and check on them and be genuine. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's business, but there has to be relationships there too. I'm trying to think if I needed to share anything else about that. I don't think so. So maybe I'll think of something while I go through. So my last part is 5 tips on how to begin to be a better leader. Acknowledge work you see well done on a regular basis and be specific as you can. Like I was saying earlier, say someone was reaching out to their dream team, or maybe someone posted 2 great posts or something that they're supposed to be doing. Acknowledge them for that. Message them or shout them out or whatever and say, hey girl, your posts are awesome. This is definitely what you need to be doing. Keep it up. Don't stop. I know you can do anything you set your mind to. Stuff like that. And they're going to realize, that's exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And they're going to run with that. And they're going to make sure that they keep doing that. Listen to what others are really saying to you. It feels good when someone listens to you about an idea or a project or a challenge you're trying to work through on something. Put away your phone, other distractions, and listen to them. So that's really big in relationships, in life, in your family, and then on your team as well. So even if you have an assistant, maybe your assistant is working super hard for you, but she's going through stuff. Maybe she's going through a breakup, or her kids are sick or something. Make sure that you realize that and recognize that and tell her, you're here and you'll be lenient, not necessarily you can't, have to do your job, but, just help her out some. Make sure that you're listening to people, your family. I know when I first started my business, it was a struggle with DJ because I was always on my phone. This was new to both of us. He didn't believe in it. He thought it was a scam. He thought he had never heard of network marketing, so he was like, what the crap are you doing? And he was frustrated. I was always on my phone. I never put it down. I didn't know how to balance anything. I didn't take time away. It was just new to me, and I was running, and it was crazy. So, I didn't listen to him. I just took it as he was just complaining and, just upset and just over dramatic, but that wasn't the case. Like I was telling Bree today, I unplugged. I posted and stuff like that, and I signed a distributor today, but I unplugged a lot and was with my family. We took the kids to the movies, we went to the park, we got ice cream, stuff like that. That's what, at the end of the day, my family is what I'm doing it for. So if I'm constantly working and I'm not rewarding my family, then what's the point? Just in my opinion, if you're working a 9-to-5 job, or you're working more than that, maybe you're working 2 jobs to pay for all your bills at home, what's the point if you're never home? Why are you paying for something that you're never at? So that's just my opinion on it. So make sure you're listening to your family. Make sure you're listening to yourself. Make sure you're taking your time to focus on yourself. Treat yourself every now and then. You have to unplug and you have to rest. So just make sure, you're listening. Become interested in your team members' lives. I just talked about that already. So basically, outside of work, ask them what they do, what their family does. I hang out with a lot of my team members. They've grown to be my best friends. So that's usually what I have, is just my team members as my friends. So make sure you're listening. Just like with me and Bree, she could have just been my mentor, or she could have just been my coach and helped me build my website and help me do this and do that, but never asked anything about me. Or there's a lot of things that I know about her that she never had to tell me, but we've built that relationship, and that's super important, because at the end of the day, if we need something, we can text each other, and it's not just business. I don't know, and it's super important to have people like that in your life. Offer them extra help or support and the tools they need. So yeah, like I was saying, ask them if they need anything, whether it's business or whether you need to pray for them or whatever. Maybe it's business and they don't know how to handle this or that or whatever. And that's one thing, like, sometimes we think people have it all together. You could have some rock stars on your team and you'll never know they're struggling until you ask them. You know, I've had people just quit out of nowhere because something bothered them, maybe with someone else or with business or something like that, and they just quit because, you know, I didn't take initiative to go message them and say, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? What can I help with? You know, stuff like that. Simply say thank you. It goes a long way in making someone be appreciated for their work. So what I did the other day is I sent a bunch of my newbies and, like, some of my, what I call them is my adopted people, like people that other people signed and they either quit or whatever, and I had to, like, take them under my wing and help them. But I sent a bunch of them, like, these notepads. I sent some a notepad and I sent some, like, sticky notes or something like that. I mean, that's super simple. It was, like, not very expensive, and it's just thoughtful, and I was like, thank you for choosing me, I believe in you, and yeah, Brie for sure, but I need to know she's appreciated. She better feel that way. But I mean, just so simple things like that is huge. I mean, I don't really get anything. Brie has sent me like 2 or 3 packages over the last few months, and that's just, like, blown me away because I don't ever have anyone really spoil me. Like I said, I don't have an upline. So, I mean, not that my team doesn't do anything for me, but as far as gift goes, like, that's huge. And that's one of my love languages too, like gifts. It's like my second one, but I mean, that's really big to me, just being appreciated, knowing that someone cares and appreciates me. It's a part of human nature to want and feel appreciated. Yeah, okay, I didn't know what I had right there. It's a great way for both team leaders and team members to earn the respect and trust of each other. So yeah, everything that I covered today basically was just, does this tell me how long I've been on? No, I didn't know how long I've been on. I don't know if y'all can tell me. Gift giving, I can tell for sure. That's definitely your love language. But, like, I mean, we even have, I think I've had my team take the love language thing before. And one of the biggest things that we do is try to figure out what we do, like the color personality. 23 minutes. Okay, good. Thanks. We do, like, the color personality to get to know each other. So some people, like, if you're a red, you're super dominant, you're all about the money, like, you know, you want to know exactly what you need to do to make money or exactly what you need to do to promote or whatever. So, like, sometimes knowing what that is will help you with your team or help you with your, you know, even your loved ones. Like, when me and DJ took the love language quiz or whatever, it helped us a lot. But just taking the time to do anything. I don't care if you have no money and you can only send a freaking letter that says, I believe in you, you can do this. That's going to change somebody's life. I mean, that's going to change somebody's day. So that's super huge. It doesn't matter what you do. And even if you don't want to send anything like that, which that's huge, snow mail is huge, but I mean, go on Facebook and just appreciate people. Go and write on their wall. Go and shout them out. Do something to make people feel appreciated. So, does anybody have any questions before I get off? I feel like I ran through this and I'm out of breath. But at least it worked, so. It almost unconnected. Thank y'all for getting on. I know some of y'all will watch the replay. No, I didn't know if I wanted to share it, because, you know, stuff like that's embarrassing. Like, you don't really want to tell people that you've screwed up and you've failed and you've been a horrible leader and, you know, stuff like that. But, I mean, sometimes it makes you feel better to share your story. Or, you know, it shows other people that you're not, I mean, that you're human. You're not perfect. And people, maybe somebody will learn from this. and know that, you know, because it's gonna be it's huge for some people. They jump in this spot and they think they can send everybody everything and give away your life, and it just can't happen that way. So thank you for sure. Yep. Well, I guess that's it for the night. If y'all have questions, we'll dig deeper into leadership and different things like that this month from me. So, I hope you all have a great weekend. I know this was supposed to be on Friday. Now it's Saturday. So, I hope you all have a great Saturday night and a happy Sunday. But if y'all need anything, just message me. Thanks for getting on. Bye, y'all.